everybody. I know that you've had a wonderful time listening to speeches that has inspired you throughout this morning. So to start mine today, I would like for all of you to take just a small moment and take a very, very deep breath with me. Are you ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now to begin my speech today, I want to take you on a little imaginary scenario with me. Imagine you're standing at an edge of a cliff. Ooh, it's so high up, you cannot see what's beyond the cliff. You're a little terrified, but at the same time, kind of curious. You're a little excited. What's beyond that cliff? I don't know. My question to you, I want you to ask yourself this question at the beginning of my speech, and after listening to my speech, I want you to ask this question again. Do you jump? Now let's be real for a second, okay? Technically speaking, please do not jump off a cliff. I don't believe any opportunity is worth jumping off a cliff. But metaphorically speaking, I've been on the edge of that cliff many times in my life. And almost every single time, I didn't know what was beyond that cliff. But I jumped anyway. I jumped into the unknown. Hello everybody, my name is Sleh. And today I want to talk to you about something I'd like to call the beauty of not knowing. Because you see, as humans, we spend our entire life wanting to know everything. We crave certainty, answers, and plans. But what if some of the most transformative things happen in life based on things that we don't know? What if the best part of life are in places that are hidden and we cannot see? Because think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Some of history's most amazing and life-changing discoveries happen because someone dared to step into the unknown. Now, on this next slide, I want those of you who know any of these faces to just shout your answer at me. Do I hear any answers?
Einstein.
Einstein, okay. Do I hear any other answers? Mary Curie. Sorry? Mary Curie. Do I hear an answer for gentleman up here? Isaac Newton. And finally, I would be surprised if any of you would know this. Socrates. Wow, amazing. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Isaac Newton, okay, didn't set out to explain gravity because he knew how it worked. He didn't. He simply saw an apple, fell off a tree, and wondered why. That curiosity led to one of the most fundamental laws of physics. Madame Curie didn't know what she would find when she started experimenting with radioactive elements. She later found polonium and radium, which pioneered research and changed the whole world of medicine. Albert Einstein didn't have all the answers when he started questioning about time and space, but his curiosity led to the theory of relativity, which changed how we understand the universe. And finally, Socrates. He never claimed that he knew everything. In fact, his entire philosophy is based upon not knowing anything. He believed that true wisdom comes from when we accept our own ignorance. Time and time again, history has shown to us that the unknown isn't just something to fear, but something to explore. Some of history's greatest find, greatest life-changing moment happened because someone dared to step into the unknown. So this is a story of how stepping into the unknown has shaped the person that I am today. Now, I want to take you back to 2019. I was a high school student, very uncertain about my future like most high school students here today. But one moment changed my entire life. That year, I competed and was recognized as my school outstanding student for Khmer literature. Because of this, I got to travel to Malaysia and Singapore. Mind you, that was my very first time on an airplane, alone, no parents, no nothing. I felt small. I felt out of place. I didn't know what I was doing there. But the unknown has taught me that the unknown isn't just something to be scary. It is, in fact, inviting. Then came 2020, where I first joined my very first big public speaking competition, the 8th National Debate Championship. It was my very first time joining such a big competition, and I was the youngest competitor competing against university students who have years of experience ahead of me. With shaky hands and a heart that was about to beat out of my chest, I went up on that stage and made it to the top 3 finalists. Did I win? Of course not. I was very unexperienced. But what I learned that day was something much more valuable than that trophy. I gained confidence, and I learned that I didn't need to have all of the answers to start. All I need was the courage to begin. Fast forward 2023. I was again at another edge of a cliff. I threw myself into this competition called ACI Youth Leadership Summit 2023. I had no idea what I was throwing myself into. But not knowing about throwing myself into this, my team and I won the country round, and we got to go to Singapore and compete on an international stage. On that same year, I took on another lead in my school Chem Ed presidential debate and presentation competition in the presentation category, and I was named champion. When they called my name as the winner, at that moment I was very much overwhelmed and quite literally in shock. I couldn't move for a second. Not because I knew that I would win, but because I never knew that I could. And then fast forward to 2024 again, I also joined the JCI Cambodia Public Speaking and Debating Championship in the public speaking category. I was again named champion and got to represent our entire country in the JCI Espangko, competing against 13 other nations across Asia and the Pacific. But this time, the unknown wasn't about competition. It was about proving to myself that I belong on this stage. Now, this is where I want to be honest with you. Actually, before that, I want to tell you that I also competed in the Chem Debate 2024. I didn't really win, really. I was the first runner-up. But I learned something that day. I learned that the unknown always has something to teach us, even when we don't win. Now this is where I want to be honest with you. Based on what you have seen so far, wow, Ryan, you jump off a cliff and suddenly everything works out for you, right? No, it is not easy. Jumping into a cliff that you don't know is not easy. Behind all of my success, behind all of these wins, these glamorous trophies, were countless hours of preparation, stress, sleepless night, questionable amount of coffee. Behind all of what I do are times and time again of self-doubt. Take Vaisili Academic Fellowship as an example. I spent weeks and weeks perfecting my application. Every single word that I wrote on that application, I think thrice. Not one, not twice, but thrice. I want to make sure that people can see my passion in those applications. Then came the worst part. Waiting. I had to wait for months. Excuse me. I had to wait for months and months just for the result. And when I received the email that I get to go to the United States for 5 weeks, all of that wait, all of that stress was worth it. The unknown has taught me that we're scared because it's uncertain. But uncertainty doesn't mean impossibility. And in 2024, I also competed in the Chem Ed Entrepreneurship Challenge, where I placed 3rd. And then I was also invited to be the MC for the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Now, if you think that I'm done, I'm actually not done. In 2025, I've also been selected to join the ACBSP Regional Conference in Mumbai, India. And just last week, I was in Hong Kong representing Cambodia on an international stage, and we won as well. Not only that, I've also been selected to go on another program in Singapore and another program in Thailand, all of those things. But what have the unknown taught me? What have the unknown lesson given me throughout all my journey here today? Is that it always has something to teach you. Whether you win, whether you lose, the unknown will always have something valuable that you can gain. And as I stand here today, about to leave you, if I can just leave you with one thing, I want to leave you with one note. A note that I've curated with years and years of experience. Is that never, I mean it, never let the fear hold you back from opportunities that you could have gotten. The next time you find yourself standing on the edge of that cliff, I want you to ask the question that I asked you in the very beginning. Do you jump? Because opportunity doesn't just come. Opportunity comes to you when the time is right. I want you to also take this moment and reflect on your life. Ask yourself, did you jump into those opportunities that was in front of you? And if you didn't, the future holds bright. The future is bright. You can always jump into the next opportunity. So from me to you, the next time you're on the edge of that cliff, jump. My name is Ryan, and thank you so much.